great. And also probably the flip side of it is strength.
Yeah.
So then you see people with, they're rounding off their upper back, or they just can't, they stay in like a bit of a C shape and they just keep that shape. So in terms of strength-wise, putting all these pieces together, what do you think is really important to be strong in the body out of?
So I think core strength is really important to hold your body over in that position whilst you're loading the legs. You can have really, really strong legs, but if you can't hold that body lean position, then actually the power that you're generating is going to get lost. So the power is between the handle and the foot plate. So if it's getting lost here because you've got a softness around the waist, then that link, there's going to be a break in the chain, and obviously the whole thing is like a chain of movement that you want to keep it as strong as possible. And that's definitely something, as I've gone in my career, it takes time to build strong core, but it definitely has an effect on the stroke, and there's no loss in power, and the link is complete. So I'd say yes, great to have strong legs, but I've seen a lot of people with really strong legs and they can generate massive force with their legs, but they don't actually get good numbers on the rower or in the boat because they can't hold that chain, and that power gets lost because it gets lost through the core.
Hence why rowing is a full body workout. Right?
Absolutely.
Totally, because you see these chinks in the armour or the stroke or the rowing, and people nowadays want the quick win. So they want to be leaner, they want to be more muscular, and they want it yesterday. So, but what I find is that rowing highlights a lot of these things like inflexibility, maybe weak core, and it highlights like a lot of things throughout someone's physique, but through time is worth fighting for because of the results that you get from rowing. So what's your experience been in terms of the fitness results?
It's massively an endurance sport. In terms of Olympic rowing, it's endurance sport, so the longer you do it, the better you do get. Obviously there's a ceiling to that, but I've been rowing just over 10 years now and I'm still improving. Obviously improvements get kind of slower as you've been doing it longer, but I still see improvements now. But it's very much a kind of also power endurance sport, so we concentrate a lot of like max output power, but then it's obviously about holding that over between 5.5 and 7.5 minutes, depending on boat class or male female. But so it is very much the fitness levels you will see really quickly at the beginning as well. Which I went from doing a 7:40 on my 2K, my first ever 2K, to the next time I did it, literally a matter of a few months later, I did 7:20. So 20 seconds off, but there's nowhere to take 20 seconds off now. I'm talking a couple of seconds, but the improvements you can get are quick, because as you say, it's an all body workout.
And do you find, my experience has been that it's great because it's always, from a scientific point of view, muscular contraction point of view, it's very much unloaded and all concentric effort, right? So I find that people can do this a lot and not get sore. Granted, we make them sore when we put them on the floor and they lift weights, but generally, because of that, it is, it's always effort phase in terms of training. Then I find that people can do it a lot, on a regular basis. I mean, if someone was starting out doing this, what would be your advice in terms of length of time and how frequent should they train?
I mean, it's as much as you kind of wanted to do. I guess if you were starting out in another mode of exercise that's more, so this is not very loaded, as in, it's like running is tough on your knees and your ankles and stuff like this. It hasn't got much kind of weight bearing. It's not really weight bearing at all. I'd say starting out, I would say using it 3 times a week would be a good place to start, because you've got a rest day in between of that. And then it's not, there is still a load aspect, and you probably still might get a little bit of muscular soreness from it, but it gives you time to recover. So kind of start there, I'd say. 3 times a week would be a good way, and it's how you enjoy your training. If you prefer to do like a longer period of lower intensity stuff, it's great for that. But equally, if you want to do more like high interval training, bursts of exercise, you can use the damper and make it kind of harder, more load, but you do it for shorter periods of time. That can work well. So it's whatever suits you really,
Yeah.
because it's meant to be enjoyable and you want to go and
Yeah.
you want to get on it and do it. So
Yeah.
there's lots of ways to make it different and enjoyable for you.
Yeah, definitely. Why do you think rowing over, like what's rowing got in terms of its advantages on an indoor rower over picking up, you know, for example, you're hitting your mid-40s to mid-50s, you're getting a little bit more overweight, and you want to do something for weight loss. Like, why would what's the rower got in terms of its advantage over, say, going and hitting the pavement and running, taking up 10k runs, or hitting a bike and doing laps of Regent's Park? You know?
Especially if we come back again to it's a whole body workout. You're using pretty much every muscle in your body when you're rowing.
Yeah.
So it's non-impact. So you know, if you're slightly overweight and you start running, you probably won't be able to run for very long because you're going to get sore knees and things like that and joints. Whereas the rower, you can be on it for longer because of that, you know, that reduced impact. Also, it's the most time efficient machine I use. You know, when we do a bike session, say if I was injured and I couldn't row, I had a sore rib or something, I would supplement with a bike session, and we do time and a half on the bike for the same as what we do on the indoor rower. So that's how much more training you have to do time-wise to get the same benefit.
Wow. Okay.
So if you want to be in the gym for time and a half, you stay on the bike. But if you want to be in and out, you know.
So and how much do you believe in that? I mean, as in, how much is that just? You know, where does that come from?
That's like scientifically proven through. They've done studies on different modes of exercise for rowers. So if if you're swimming because again you're injured, you can't be on a bike or a rower, then they work out the kind of physiological stress on your body. We use cycling as a mode of exercise sometimes because of we're a leg-based sport, and so cycling. But we do and the reason we cycles often we can cycle longer than we row. We would never row for more than 2 hours at a time, but we could cycle for up to 6 hours or more at a time. So it's been kind of, there's been like proper studies on it to make cross training away from rowing, but for a rower more scientifically kind of proven, and so you're getting the right benefit.
And how sport. That's really interesting. And how do you think? Either your opinion or scientifically based, do you feel rowing stands up compared to running and cycling as a mode of training to get your lungs fitter and stronger? All the health markers, your resting heart rate down, risk of CHD, any of these things that are so prevalent at the moment, obesity, all these things that are so big, any of those things, have you got any opinion on rowing as a, you know, for those health markers?
Yeah, I mean, it is a massively an aerobic workout, so you're using your cardiovascular system as well as loading your muscles, you know, and kind of, as I say, it's a non-impact sport, but you are loading your joints. So you're getting that, joint loading is important, so keep strong bones. You know, cardiovascular aerobic workout is really important for heart health and, you know, circulation and all those kind of things, blood pressure control. And also the load that this gives you is very different to running or cycling. So you're going to be building muscle mass as well. So we do use weights in rowing, in our rowing program, but we don't lift that often. And some nations don't even necessarily lift weights at all, but they're very muscular athletes. So you definitely build muscle from rowing. So in that way, you get it all in one hit. So it's kind of like killing lots of birds with one stone.
That's how I feel about it, 100%. Just opinion or however. So the other one is